start off with some light banter. We don't have to start off with a "Hey guys, what's up? We're back at it with the fun news. We got some fun for you."
No, I don't really think we have any news to share this week.
Not really. I mean,
it's more of just here's stuff that we're interested in that's been floating around the sphere lately.
exactly. I mean, new stuff happened. It's just disappointing mostly.
I guess we do have a little bit of that.
There's the Nintendo Direct. There was the PlayStation showcase or something.
That happened a while ago.
Whatever.
There was the Sega did its thing, and IGN's doing a bunch of shit right now.
Right.
Yeah,
Sega Nintendo.
What
the fuck? No.
Oh yeah, and then doing the plug at the end.
Yeah, our sponsor.
Very
I mean,
first.
I think it's just gonna be free stuff, but I'm fine with that. For now. Since I don't think our latest episode even broke 10 viewers.
No.
Which
It's
is
very strange.
our worst by far
What's going on here?
in our entire career.
Yeah, we just have to upload another. Remind the algorithm we're still alive. I guess.
I think that's a combination of a huge delay and forgetting to post about it on Twitter or anywhere.
Anywhere.
Well,
I know I'm horrible at marketing this shit.
No, it's just
I
so
don't
boring.
do it for that.
It is nice
I do it
when
for-
people are like, "Oh, I actually listened to it. It was good." It's like, well, yes. I also assume when anyone has a show that it's going to be the worst piece of shit I've ever heard in my entire life. I feel like telling someone to listen to your podcast is like a form of violence almost. Like you're harming them psychically. Like you're stabbing them in the mind.
Yeah. You're asking them to do like emotional labor for you.
Right, exactly. And there's
Yeah.
like a 99% chance that it's going to be just a miserable slog. And then
and they're already like prepped to hate it. Like,
exactly,
oh, God.
because like no one's ever like, "Ooh, you know what? I wonder if any of my friends are doing a podcast. Oh, I hope it's about gaming. I'm hoping and praying it's about gaming."
Well, that's not what happens. That's what I'm praying for every night. And someone's just like, "Oh, I hope my good friend Sam is hosting a gaming podcast."
I mean, yeah, if one of my friends, or not even a friend, if like a boyfriend of one of Joanna's friends was like, "Oh, I have a gaming podcast," I'd be like, "Oh, yeah? That's great, man. Why are you telling me this?"
Oh. Yeah, no, I don't tell people about the show.
Neither do I.
You know.
Neither do I. But it's great. It's a great show.
No, I love the show. Yeah.
It's a great show. Don't listen to it. It's amazing. It'll change your life. Don't listen to it.
Don't ever.
And if you do,
catch you listening to that shit.
do not tell me.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
So, yeah, episode 30.
Episode 30, we're back.
We're back. We're hot. We're ready. We're starting off.
Mm-hmm.
We've got some real big boy stuff. We've got some new announcements. We've got some new things going on.
Mm-hmm.
Some things that I think the discerning public, the more discerning members of society will look at and say, "That's good. I like that."
Yeah. As always, we're Video Ditch. And, if Nick's scintillating preview didn't give you enough of an idea of what we'll be looking at today, it's stuff we're interested in. But I wanted to prime us, or at least ask you, just kind of rapid fire, to get the juices flowing again.
Right. He's Sam. I'm Nick.
Oh, yeah.
For first-time listeners.
First-time listeners.
Gotta treat it like every episode's your first one. He's Sam. I'm Nick. We love gaming and gaming media. Not to mention gaming paraphernalia.
Mm-hmm. Truly, if you can't tell by any of the shit in the background here, viewers,
big fat ass tuxedo Sam over here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can see the drive jacket on that coat rack.
Yeah,
as I previously mentioned.
Yeah, I couldn't get the Hotline Miami jacket, so I had to make do.
No. Yeah. How the hell are you? It's been a while.
I always forget whenever there's not like a Yakuza game that I'm playing. I'm always thinking like, do I hate games? Do I hate gaming? Like, there's nothing that can really hold my interest that long. There's like things I can be interested in for a little while, but it never lasts that long. And then I'll be playing a Yakuza game, and I'll be like, oh, I've been doing this for like a week straight.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing nothing but this. I've been actively neglecting important things in my life, and relationships are deteriorating because I'm only playing Yakuza and thinking about Yakuza.
Yeah.
And I'd say I'd have to force myself to turn it off so I can play Tekken. It's a great problem to have.
It is a great problem to have. A similar problem I've been facing as well. I mean, do you want to get right into it? Do you want to get into the Like a Dragon talk, or?
No, let's pretend that we care about the other stuff first. Let's just trudge through the other things.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I'd like to get your quick opinion on something, because today is February 23rd, and yesterday was the premiere on Netflix of the Avatar: The Last Airbender live-action adaptation.
That's right.
And if you've listened or watched the show before, you know how we feel about live-action adaptations, especially coming from the renowned.
Isn't it the Cowboy Bebop studio, like the One Piece, Cowboy Bebop, Netflix adapters?
I don't know if it's all one. Right?
I'm pretty sure it's just one team.
I'm not informed enough, but
yeah,
I
remember.
I didn't catch it, but I haven't heard great things.
No, all the pre-release material was like, yeah, we thought, what if instead of any of the stuff that people like, we made it more like Game of Thrones.
I did see some of that on Twitter. Yeah.
We're gonna strip the characters down. There's gonna be no humor. Sokka's gonna be a very serious character now. Aang's not gonna have any jokes or japery. He's gonna be a real serious guy.
Really focused, yeah.
Really focused on getting Fire Lord Ozai's ass. And incidentally, did you see that Ozai is a Johnny Gat?
It's Daniel Day Kim.
Yeah, I was shocked. I didn't know that somehow. I missed that one.
I mean, I'd say if the adaptation has anything going for it, to open on a positive note, I thought most of the casting was solid. I wasn't a huge fan of Shyamalan's adaptation back in the day.
Was anyone?
I don't think so. I don't think anyone really was a fan of the casting, except maybe Dev Patel. He's like, I liked being Zuko. Yeah. Thank you very much.
I burned my face off in real life for this role.
Yeah, I mean, it's 8 episodes. I can only imagine that they're trying to do too much in too little time.
It just is something that I don't think needed to exist. No one was asking for it. No one was clamoring like, oh, when will they try again? Avatar live action. I hate cartoons so much. I need a live action Avatar. Now that I'm all grown up, I need Game of Thrones, right. Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's like, I don't know. Didn't this also happen with Teen Titans? Didn't they make like a live action Titans that got a lot of shit? A lot of people were hating on it because in the previews they were like,
fuck Batman.
Yes, Robin's looks directly in the camera. He's like, fuck Batman. I'm my own man.
I've heard mixed response to Titans.
I don't understand the need for live action adaptations to be like, okay, let's take any of the nuance of these characters, any levity. Let's just get rid of that. Let's get rid of any joy. Let's get rid of any lightness. Let's get rid of any character building moments.
Yeah.
We'll just have everyone be really serious, really focused, real gung ho from the get go. No need to develop the character. They're just totally fully developed from the start, and they have a single minded goal, and there's no deviation. They just want to pursue that.
Yeah. It's an easy narrative for audiences to swallow, and that's how condescending it is.
Yeah, cause, I mean, it's just like, oh, well, it's meant for people who've already seen it, so they just want to see like, oh, I remember this episode. Yeah, I remember this story beats.
Yes.
I remember that moment. Oh, the cabbage guy got his cart fucked up. I guess the show's great. I guess the show's a 10 out of 10 because they had the cabbage guy. It's the same feeling as when in the first episode of the live action Yu Hakusho they played Smile Bomb for 2 seconds on the car radio. I'm sure that people were like, oh, it's not that bad. they recognized that there was originally an anime.
It's certainly lulled some. Us included.
Doesn't make up for the reality of it. Doesn't make up for the shortcomings. And I have no interest in the show. I don't know. It's probably gonna get the second season because so many people are watching it just to give it a quick peek. Just give it a quick peek. They're watching all 8 episodes nonstop, so it's gonna definitely get a second season.
So,
I just don't think that these things should be made. I don't think that they are necessary. I think that they
right.
are
You
waste of
mentioned
time
that
and money.
before. Yeah. There's no part of you that's curious about seeing it adapted in reality because its best form is.
I think that they made it as a
originally
cartoon
presented.
because it makes the most sense as a cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
I think it works and flows and looks the best as an animated project.
Yeah, no, you totally have a point. I think like I'll say there's certainly novelty to it, but I don't think people should aspire to live action as like the pinnacle of cinema or
Exactly.
like movies. Like animation or other mediums of it are perfectly viable, and the artistry of that itself.
I would even say superior.
Certainly, especially when you're trying to tell a story like Avatar: The Last Airbender. Yeah.
Yes, with people shooting lightning bolts out of their fingertips. You want to have people doing that in real life? You out of
Ian
your fucking
McDermott,
mind.
Palpatine style.
Exactly. When people are like, "Oh, Palpatine, that was really cool," when the decrepit corpse was blasting lightning. That's not what anyone's saying. They're like, "Wow, this looks really funny. This is really campy."
Yeah. And right after the Avatar kind of premiere, there was also the Borderlands live action movie. Finally got a trailer. I don't know if you caught any of it.
I watched that. It looks like
I only saw stills.
it looks like it is Guardians of the Galaxy for people who have Funko Pop shelves and say, you know what? Not enough. I need more. It's like the humor is. I never really liked the Borderlands humor, but this is like.
Yeah, me neither. I will say.
Very post kind of James Gunn copycats sort of writing. Like in the trailer, there's one part where they're driving through the planet, the Borderlands planet, and they go into this area, and Kevin Hart says, "Watch out! This is the piss geyser zone," and the Tiny Tina character is like, "Well, I'm not rolling out my window," and everyone's like, "What? You have to? Didn't you hear him?" She's like, "What?" And then everyone gets sprayed with piss, and she's like, "Ew, I'm covered in piss," and Kevin Hart's like. That's why they call it the piss geyser zone. Ugh, I'm covered in piss. It's
I see that kind of beat. Yeah,
it's just not funny.
Not funny
to me.
Yeah. I can understand why, and frankly, even from the start of the Borderlands franchise, the humor never endeared me. Claptrap, I never enjoyed.
I would say the humor was the biggest detriment in the game for me.
Mm-hmm.
The
I wouldn't have
gameplay,
minded if it.
I found, it's kind of fun, mostly mindless. The gameplay, especially Borderlands 2, I couldn't even finish that. I frankly hated
didn't get
it.
very far in either of them. Right, fun in co-op, but I historically. Anything in co-op is fun to me. You could stab me with the fork in co-op.
I mean, as long as you're holding someone's hand while it's happening.
Yeah, exactly. I am also not excited or have faith in the Borderlands movie doing anything for the video game movie as,
No, that's the thing too, because at the start of it, it was like, from the producers who brought you Uncharted, Spider-Man, but which one? Yeah, and Venom. It's like, wow, 3 strikes right off the bat. 3 terrible pieces of shit that people who are fans, like people who are like super fans of those characters, I feel like there's one half that's like tricked themselves into thinking the movies are good because they're like, oh, his character I like on big screen. He's on the big screen. That means it's good.
Finally getting his flowers. Yeah.
There's the other half that's like, I'm going to bomb Warner Brothers, or I'm gonna bomb Sony. There's no in between. No one in the middle is like, I think it's an alright film. I like to put it on when I'm chopping up onions or something. Like, no one gives a fuck. No one cares. It's
I don't
only
know.
psycho devotees.
I don't know, man. Maybe that's the silent majority there. That
The silent.
buys
You think the
tickets,
silent majority is like,
but it doesn't.
like really feel
Yeah,
like
they
seeing
don't.
Venom.
They don't post comments on YouTube.
Yeah, they just sit at home. They watch
See it,
Venom all
like,
day. You and
Not
me,
all
Eddie
day.
Brock. I wish I lived in San Francisco so I could meet Eddie Brock. Maybe you could bite off my head.
Tom Hardy style, yeah.
It's dumb as fuck. But yeah, it's like the movies that they're trying to present is like, oh, you want quality? Here's the quality you can expect. Shows me before it even, showed the disappointing content of it that it was going to be shit. It was going to be bad.
Yeah. It really sets the expectation low. And yeah, that's the Borderlands movie and our thoughts on the Avatar, The Last Airbender adaptation. Both of which, without having watched any footage, or well, any meaningful amount of footage. But
yes, yeah. I can say I will not be watching.
Yeah, I was curious. And moving on into something we are and have been into, if you didn't pick up on it earlier. Both of us have been spending a lot of time on the virtual shores of, what is it? Honolulu?
Dondoko Island.
Yeah, Dondoko Island. The mean streets of Hawaii and Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth.
It's
a game
taken
we've
over
been
my
talking
life.
about for like the past, I feel like 3 episodes at least.
Well, I mean, it's a long game.
But it is a long game.
A lot of content.
Yeah, I was playing right before jumping on for this episode. Because Nick insisted. He insisted
I did. Well, there was
chapter.
some major stuff.
To see the earth-shattering, ramifications.
Yeah. Can you believe the white guy on Honolulu, the cult leader, was evil?
Bryce!
Yeah, you're playing in Japanese, right?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it crazy that the voice actor for Bryce has the worst English out of all the characters?
It's pretty crazy.
Like, everyone else is like straight up just totally Japanese, but they can switch to English like that.
Yeah.
Like Chitose is like, oh, thank you. And goes back to Japanese. Bryce is like, Kiryu-san, thank you for arriving. It's like not even close. I do wish. Yeah. I wish
we have to pray to Madame Neri.
Yeah. It's like he's just like gritting his teeth. Like, when can I just speak Japanese? When can I just go back?
It's like, we're scared, Mr. Bryce. They're scaring us.
Why do they keep saying that we're gonna be turned into child soldiers, Mr. Bryce?
Oh, that shit was epic.
Yeah, finally tackling the real issues. The Yakuza, now that they've been disbanded, they're no longer a concern for our characters. They're tackling the real criminals.
Okay. So this is our impressions, like, after several hours. I'm on chapter 8 finally. You're
also on chapter. I've been on chapter 8 for maybe 40 hours.
Okay. Hell yeah.
If that tells you anything.
Yeah. And yeah, so far, highs and lows. I think immediately what I want to address is, like, granted, I didn't play through 7. 7's the only one that, like, I didn't get a whole story playthrough. But this one feels so over the top, like mystical almost. With, like,
yes, the magic in the air. It's a lot heavier in Hawaii, I gotta say.
Yeah, and they're just leaning into it, which is very fantastical.
Yeah, I mean, the sub stories have always been pretty out there.
Yeah, so in that way, in that regard, yeah. But main plot, like even when you're fighting tigers and, like, punching a bear in the forest, it's still not like,
it's still
it's
grounded.
Yeah, he's using magic too. He's like 90 plus years old, but he is just doing some crazy shit.
You gotta keep in mind that all the magic is Ichiban's schizophrenia acting out. It's not actually happening. They're not actually doing that.
Certainly.
Because, like, when you see the main storyline cutscenes and things, it's just regular brawling, regular fighting.
and like before
People
he
get
starts the boss
stabbed.
fights, he's just using his fists and everything. Sure.
Mhm. So I think that they have a good understanding of when to pull it back and make it real, and the rest of the game is, Ichiban is a crazy guy.
Yeah.
Ichiban's a wild character.
Yeah. I just feel like the whole religion, the cult is.
Oh, the cult.
Yeah.
Their
mysticism is funny to me.
How they literally have paladins pointing swords at Ichiban.
Yeah.
He must have been just like, oh, finally, yes, just like Dragon Quest.
Yeah. That's what it feels
Dark
like.
Knights and everything.
That shit was nuts. I was like, is this what I'm supposed to be soy facing over?
Yes, you were. But I think that with the fact that Yakuza don't exist anymore, like it's not even in the title of the series anymore in America, they needed not only to change the setting, but also to change the antagonistic group. It needed to be a different demographic.
I agree. I think
that this would not have worked with just Kiryu either. I think that Kiryu would fight a cult and has fought cults in sub stories. It's
like the sure PP people.
Yeah, it's like an errand for him. It's not something he gets wrapped up in. It's not like his whole conceit.
You hear the sub story theme start playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Soka. So it makes sense. I think that for Ichiban it makes sense.
I think so, yes. The nature of the stories have to change because, the dissolution of the organization of Yakuza. Yeah, these are the stories you're gonna tell now, and it's fun. It is
very fun. The turn-based combat compared to 7 is leaps and bounds better. You will not be able to finish 7 now because the combat
I feel like
is such a massive improvement. I mean, even just giving you a radius to walk around in on your turn is already giving you so much more agency. Just kind of that compromise with like people like, okay, people obviously like the Yakuza games for a reason, and it may have had something to do with beating up people and giving you the freedom to just pound on them and kill them, So I think giving you a little bit more of that was a smart decision, and actually having weapons you could pick up and smash people with instead of just like a total random event was very needed.
And it's very satisfying. It's kind of like in Persona when you do like one more.
Yeah, it's like a press turn.
Yeah, when you set an enemy off in motion and then like everyone just starts contributing to the attacks.
Exactly.
It's great. What jobs are you? Who's in your party and then what jobs? Or I suppose in Hawaii, who is in your party? What jobs were you using?
I'm stuck with Ichiban, Adachi, Chitose, and what's his name? Fucking Tomi.
Eric. Yeah,
Eric. Yes.
Tomizawa.
I always forget about him. He's like I don't even remember. What is he? He's I don't remember what I said.
Cab driver.
No. I mean his job.
Oh, what do you have him with? Yeah.
I think I said him as a fire dancer or something.
Okay.
I don't know. Kiryu was this spear fisher surfer guy.
Oh, okay.
The thing with Kiryu is that it feels like you're always weakening him when you switch out of his job. Because it's like, do you want to play classic Kiryu or do you want to make him not unique and interesting? And that gets especially apparent after Chapter 8. Because that's when you unlock Kiryu's like own cultivation of personality and like personal experience mechanics.
Okay. Cool. I remember in the demo for Infinite Wealth that was in Gaiden, when you played as Kiryu, you could activate like a mode where it gives you like full control again.
Yeah, you get like an extreme heat mode thing.
Yeah. That was I'm excited for that mechanic to come back in.
You're very close. I wasn't sure
if my bond was too low or whatever.
No, it turns out that he's the only character that where bond really doesn't matter in the slightest.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll stop buying him things on the street.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but he's not getting any drink links. Maybe there's a reason for that.
No, yeah. I did notice that, actually. Yeah. I unlocked the Gunslinger today. I think the only one I haven't unlocked from the Aloha tours is the martial artist.
Oh, Bruce Lee.
I got the nunchuck one.
Yeah,
It's
that's
whatever you
Action
do
Star.
yoga on the beach. Yeah.
Oh,
Whatever
that's what is that?
class it unlocks.
I don't know. I have it unlocked, but I don't even remember. I haven't used it at all.
For sure, yeah.
It's the girl class. It's a girls class. Only girls can use it.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
it's
no,
also
I just switched.
It's really funny, just real quick, how you can tell that Kiryu's gonna leave the party, because in every like Aloha tours thing, he's just not there.
Not there. He's conspicuously absent.
Yeah, in random things
it's just
like
the trio.
Anything you can do past chapter 7, you'll notice if you do is just for some weird reason, just Ichiban, Eric, and Chitose. Just
I didn't notice too much of that. I only noticed it when I was doing the water gun excursion. It's like, oh yeah, it's just those 3.
I know. Yeah. I wonder. What does it mean?
Okay. Any particular highlights so far that you want to, discuss? Was there anything like
all
any
of it?
side story in particular? I mean, yeah, I know you like it. I know
you know what? You know what was shocking to me? I don't know if we talked about it last time. I was very surprised that like the most heartfelt, like sad, impressive sub-story was the fucking adult baby Gondawara sub-story. Have you done that one?
Adult baby.
Yeah. Have you seen the guy who's like trying to get snow for his wife in Hawaii?
I don't think so, no.
You would know instantly what I'm talking about if you've done it, so I'm just not going to bother.
Okay, well,
but
something to look forward
Patriarch
to.
Gondawara comes back.
Okay. Wow. I feel like I've done a lot.
This is the thing. Yeah, even though you probably feel like I feel like
like
I've done like 90% of the game. You've done 1% of the game.
No, I don't. I know for a fact I've not done too much, but I feel like
I know. I spent like 3 straight days just getting Dondogo Island to 5 stars.
That's crazy, dude.
I still feel like there's an insane amount of stuff to do on the island, and like all these people to recruit to get on the island. Because I never left once I went on.
Yeah.
I just did it all.
That's crazy. No, I left because I started clearing out trash. I was like, you know what, I gotta get to other stuff.
I can't help it. When I get those like management sub games, like I guess I'm just playing this now. I'm just playing this other genre of game now for the foreseeable future.
There's certainly an equivalent in Ishin that's like Harvest Moon.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're just Ryoma.
More of a money maker, more of a mover and a shaker. Give me something like Zero.
You're making
something like
money
7.
in Harvest Moon. All that crop selling. That's where the real game begins.
Man, I want property management.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, we talked about the arcade games before. Really enjoy Spike Out and Virtua Fighter.
Funny game.
I wish there's something about the stages, and I might have mentioned this last time in Virtua Fighter 2 that are not present, in modern day fighting games where the arenas are just super straightforward.
Because of the ring out mechanic.
I need more personality in the geometry. Yeah.
I feel like
even a set of stairs goes a long way.
It's just like what Soul Calibur, I guess, would be the closest, and they don't really have anything that crazy anymore.
No.
It's mostly just like a ring.
The background arts would be cool, yeah.
Yeah.
But
pendulum swinging in the background. I remember Soul Calibur 3 had crazy shit. You had like a moving cog going in a circle. And probably something else. I mostly remember the cog. Yeah, 2 and 3. I feel like Soul Calibur 2 and 3 had the cool stages.
Yeah, it's in like weird dungeons or cage matches. Yeah. So, I'll be old and lament the state of fighting game stages.
Tekken 8's good. In Tekken 4, you could go on a slope.
Yeah. You could throw someone through a phone booth.
You could hit someone once with Steve and they would die instantly. Back in my day.
Um, yes, but going back to and being able to change camera perspectives, just the last bit is great. I wish you could do that in Tekken. Just some bizarre overhead camera where your inputs
bird's
don't
eye
make any
view
sense. Yeah,
to the top of your head.
Looks great.
I kind of wish, to be honest, that they had kept Sonic the Fighters instead of Virtua Fighter.
I played a lot of Virtua Fighter in the Yakuza series, so I get you.
I feel nothing when I look at any of the characters. I just don't care. Their designs don't appeal to me.
Yeah!
None of them. No, I don't like any of them. I just don't care about any of them.
That's fair.
Except for well, no, I like what's his name? Is he in 5? I think, or 4?
Oh, El Blaze.
El Blaze.
Yes. El Blaze.
Yeah, my body is a weapon.
Yeah. I love that guy. He's so small.
Apparently, he's really bad, but I like him.
Whatever. I can't take any Virtua Fighter like tech seriously.
Yeah, Virtua Fighter is a wild and crazy fucking game.
Yeah. Like, I suppose there's depth there, but it's just not clocking to me. But back to Infinite Wealth, the main game. Any low points? Do you have anything to criticize?
No.
Crazy.
No, it makes me smile. It makes me smile too much. My lips are cracked and they split from smiling too much.
It's
from
certainly
too much enjoyment.
Very good. I knew from the demo. I was like, oh, this is gonna be so fucking good.
This is gonna be one of the greatest JRPGs of all time.
Definitely of the year. I think of the last few years, frankly. Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to find a point to be critical of.
What do I hate about this? Okay, there's one thing that I wish they could change or add. And I know it's possible, or it might not be as easy, but I would hope that it's possible, is if you could select certain characters, even if it was just like a premium adventure thing, to have the English voice actor instead of the Japanese. Because seeing Danny Trejo speaks Japanese,
okay,
totally different voice.
I meant to ask you.
I didn't like that at all. I was hoping they would just have him just speak Japanese or something.
Instead of
it's just a different guy.
Right, or they should have just had him speak English and then had subs for him. Just have the single audio track for the characters.
I just feel like that was the one downside of playing with the otherwise correct audio track.
Did you switch it for the scene or no?
No, I didn't. But I'm saying, Street Fighter 6, you can select by character who you want. Who you want language. I like that. So I'm saying,
or like in
maybe
Tekken, they just don't even fucking bother.
Just like a premium adventure thing or something. Just like pick and choose. I want English Kiryu for some fucked up crazy reason, and I want Japanese Psycho.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, that'd certainly be interesting. Yeah, and they fucking do it with the NPCs anyway, so yeah, it'd be humorous to have that multilingual party.
Yeah, come on. I already paid like $100 for the game. Let me choose who's English and who's Japanese.
Yeah. I would also like small feature, but I enjoyed in Gaiden being able to customize what Kiryu is wearing like outside of combat. I understand with the job system, it's like you have specific stuff.
It's locked in.
But let me choose what we're wearing outside of combat.
I think you can in Premium Adventure.
That would make sense. You can do that.
I think that's how it is in every game, right? Previous.
Yeah,
that's it. The only thing you change, otherwise, like your swimsuit, you can wear like a
that's
piece
right.
of dental floss.
A gold one, or traditional Japanese, or some kind of food emblazoned trunk.
Yeah, big piece of meat on the crotch.
Yeah.
Very subtle.
Yeah. Okay. I think we mentioned it before. Like, in comparison to others on a tier list, this would be at the top somewhere. Because I think this is going to be one of the great Like a Dragon titles amongst the community.
Yeah, I mean, 7 was one of my favorites of all time, and already I think 8 is succeeding it. It is, unless there's a massive fucked up,
I think you said stupid
rubber bullets plot point later down the line, then I think it might be the greatest ever made.
That's bold. I mean, you love Ichiban though, so
I do.
you know. I wonder if he will also get, however many games, like 6 plus,
Like, yeah, 6 then Gaiden titles.
right?
Actually, yeah, 7 was 0.
Who knows? Yeah, his 0. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be good.
The future's
Yeah.
bright.
Like a Dragon 0 is just 8-bit. He just sees everything as literally Dragon Quest. That'd be good. That'd be something.
That'd be yeah. I mean, with how they're going with the hot streak, time will only tell.
Yeah, Sega can do no wrong. Moving on, the
We
2
got the-
gigantic mistakes Sega's made and the wrong they are doing.
Do you want to hit that right now?
Yeah, the Crazy Taxi and the Jet Set Radio live service games. What are they doing?
Yes. So, for those that don't know, Sega, I'm pretty sure it was officially confirmed that the revival of the IPs for Jet Set Radio and Crazy Taxi were aiming to be games as a service as the models. I heard.
Disgusting.
I read other rumors, or was it Goon that posted that?
They're saying that they're going to make 2
There's going to be 2. Yeah.
Yes.
There's like a game, and then a game as a service.
Yes. They're going to do a
Sure.
remake that's not Fortnite garbage. And then they're going to do games as service, Suicide Squad Battle Pass.
I think that there's potential in making having like large scale multiplayer versions of these games. I think you could make them work. I think that conceptually, a 100-man like battle royale Crazy Taxi, like there's only so many customers in the city. You only have a certain amount of time before you're booted out of the round.
but I don't want to play with other people.
I mean, and you won't have to
I'll play by myself.
If they're going the route of having 2 versions of these things, then I feel like everyone can win. But
No, they just shouldn't do it. It's wrong.
oh wait,
It's
because
wrong.
they're gonna make money, and it's just
What would the battle pass even be? Oh, this month get to level 50 and you get a little police siren you can put on top. Little crazy bling.
I mean, it'll live or die on the strength of the cosmetic pull.
Yeah, that's how these all are. Jet Set Radio. You want to play as anyone who's not Beats? Well, you gotta get the battle pass. You want to play as Gum? You gotta get the battle pass.
I mean, at that point, if the Jet Set Radio, if it lacks soul and is bad, I'll be very hurt. But
Can you think of a single game, battle pass service game that has soul?
that has soul.
When you look at Fortnite, you say, now that's a soulful game. Now that's something people had a passion behind that. People had there's a team and they had a meaning, they had a message they wanted to spread to the world when they made this game, and it's really coming through. Is that what you feel when you see it?
No. It's not quite the word I'd use when describing what force propels Fortnite. I mean, what even would you call that?
Financial quarter goals,
I mean, yes.
stockholder meeting presentations.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you think they're adding Lady Gaga because she's an epic gamer?
Certainly not. No, it's just money. It just has a bunch of money behind it. That's why it can produce things that like.
Yeah, maybe this capitalism thing ain't all it's cracked up to be, huh? Maybe it ain't all that good.
But we're getting off base here. I wanted to say that I would be comforted by the fact that Bomb Rush Cyberpunk exists and was so good.
Oh yeah, I still haven't even played that.
So if you really are itching for that experience, play that.
I think I just want to
It's very
complain.
good.
I think I just want to be mad. Things have been too good lately. I've been enjoying myself too much with Ichiban, with my personal close friend Ichiban. I need something to rile me up and make me pissed off. When I saw that they were fucking up Crazy Taxi, I was like, yay! Finally, I can raise my hackles.
Famed Crazy Taxis fan. Be real. How fond of Crazy Taxi? How attached to Crazy Taxi are you really?
Oh, every morning I'd wake up and I'd say, Crazy Taxi, Crazy Taxi. I love you, I love you, I love you, Crazy Taxi. Never leave me.
I bought the arcade cabinet. I had it in my garage.
I sleep with it, I bathe with it.
It's awesome. Goodness. Do you have any can you recall like the first time or any notable time playing Crazy Taxi at a Straw Hat Pizza or
not at all. I only played Metal Slug.
You son of a bitch.
I would look at the driving games and I'd be like, what kind of fucking moron would waste money on that? And then I played Metal Slug 3.
Yeah. I think the most distinct Crazy Taxi memories I have are playing it on the Dreamcast. Right, because Crazy Taxi 2 was on the Dreamcast, and I remember playing that and being like, oh my god, it has a timer, this game sucks. Why would anyone play a game with a timer? And then I went on a cruise when I was 12, and there was an arcade on the cruise ship. Okay. One of the cabinets was Crazy Taxi.
So it made it all worthwhile.
Staring at it and being like, I have no small change or money, so I could only stand here and longingly gaze at these cabinets and hear the offspring.
Myself feel even more seasick.
Yeah. But Jet Set Radio, I assume you have much fonder memories of.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked the music. Honestly, the gameplay in Jet Set Radio, I'd say the worst part about it is the tagging.
The analog stick wagging, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it breaks up the actual fun part too much. It takes too long.
Mm-hmm. When you're doing like the big pieces and you got to do this sequential, and then it pushes you back because you fucked up the weird semicircle. Oh yeah,
you got to do it all over again, and then the guy comes over and starts shooting at you.
Yeah, that scared me as a kid, man. I was like, oh, he's coming at me with a gun.
I mean, I guess
they don't do that in Tony Hawk.
There's people who are afraid of pianos because of the haunted one in Super Mario.
I think it's just the shock factor. I think it's not like this is scary. It's just more of a I don't want to be
I don't want to be
blasted.
Yeah, while I'm listening to Super Brothers or whatever the song's playing.
Yeah.
I liked Future more for the art style. I thought the gameplay was better also.
Buttery frame rate,
but it's gone forever. And yeah, even Bomber Cyberpunk definitely took more from Jet Set Radio Classic than Future.
Yeah.
So I guess it's just one of the like 3 games that are just permanently locked on the original Xbox, never to escape.
The nighttime levels in Bomber Cyberpunk kind of almost evoke it, but it's nowhere near.
They have like neon signs or something.
Oh yeah, well, little elements of it. Yeah, nothing that commits to kind of the scale, I feel, that Jet Set Radio Future had with some of the levels. It was really cool.
Neon, you could call it. And I will.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, was there anything else going on? I know they're still going to do, another Streets of Rage, another Golden Axe.
Looks like,
I doubt those.
Think they're outsourced.
I can't imagine those would be...
They don't look promising. They don't look fantastic. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I'm not really a big fan of brawlers, anyways. So beat 'em ups.
Yeah, I personally eat them up myself.
I mean, I did like Streets of Rogue, but that's not really.
No, that's not a.
That's more of a
little roguelite immersive.
Yeah, sociopath simulator. You're playing with this guy.
Shit. A great game. Can't wait for the sequel. Oh, lost it. We were talking about beat 'em ups. Brawlers. Comic Zone.
Yes, that is the one. I would love it if that were to come back. I don't know who would develop it because I think it was originally Sega America, and I don't know if Sega America really exists as a developer anymore. Mm-hmm. Like the guys who made Sonic 2 with Michael Jackson or whatever. But
yeah, you don't have like an ideal. You would want it to just be
good. I want it to be like stylish. I want it to be good. I want it to be. Let's not put any 3D models in here. Let's make it all sprites. Honestly, just keep the aesthetic. or even have it hand drawn. Fuck, I feel like that had one of the best looks. I feel like that has the best Genesis look out of any game released for that system. When I think of the Genesis, I think of Comic Zone. When I think with people saying like, "Oh, Genesis has better graphics than Super Nintendo," I look at Comic Zone and I say, "You know what? Damn it all, they're right."
Well, there's plenty of games to prove the graphical capabilities of.
Yeah, but that was the one that impressed me the most.
Mm-hmm. Fair. You never played Young Indiana Jones and had his
You could not catch me dead playing an Indiana Jones game.
Or Sunset Riders had a very good Sega Genesis port.
Oh no, I would play on SNES.
A lot of time spent on that one. But before we get lost in the Sega nostalgia rabbit hole, even though it does feel so good to just be, injecting.
Oh, what if they made the same game again forever and ever and ever?
Yeah, do you want to move on to another company's blunders in the news, or do you want to talk about
who's fucking up now?
Well, Nintendo.
Who's
Nintendo
fucking
had
up now?
The Partner Direct, and I
mostly boring.
Yeah.
Mostly whatever. Who
I
cares?
didn't really check it out. I heard it was great for lovers of the Wii.
Shin Megami Tensei 5.
Epic Mickey's coming back.
Who cares?
Yeah.
I feel like if you were to ask Warren Spector what he thought about Epic Mickey, he'd be like, "What is that?"
Oh, you don't think that was his passion project?
I think it was.
It's his final
until it got
song?
irreparably altered.
Lobotomized?
Yeah. When I look at Epic Mickey and Bioshock Infinite are both games where you look at the concept art and you look at the promotional material and you're like, how did it go from something so interesting to what it is? To the final product,
Would you blame technical limitations? At the time?
I would blame corporate meddling for Epic Mickey, and I would blame the hubris of man for Bioshock Infinite. I would say the problem with Infinite was just
I feel like that's
someone getting too big for his britches.
Bioshock Infinite, hubris of man, technical limitations, and corporate meddling. Nintendo Direct, Partner Direct. I mean, the only really interesting thing I think that was pertinent to us was the Shin Megami Tensei 5. What is it called? Vengeance?
Yes, it made me glad that I didn't play 5 because I just forgot to get it. But Atlas always releases a true version.
Nothing new. Yes.
They always release the real version after the fact. The only thing I was worried about was with Shin Megami Tensei 4, Apocalypse was like a half guide and half. It was like a totally new game basically. Mm-hmm. But Vengeance, it looks like it's the definitive edition where they're adding a branching path instead of just totally changing the narrative. So I'm interested in getting it. If it comes out on Steam, I think I'll pick it up. I don't really want to play it on Switch, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Speaking of hardware limitations, that keeps me from playing my Switch so much. Just like
owning a Steam Deck,
it's kind of like underpowered.
It's painful.
Yeah. With Shin Megami Tensei, I'm certainly only more familiar with the Persona spin-off. Like, I don't think I played SMT3 back on the PS2. I certainly remember seeing it in gaming mags featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series. But from what I understand, I've had a coworker actually. He told me about his experience playing through them and how they're like really dungeon crawly and
they're like
hellishly difficult at times.
Every single one is a first-person dungeon crawler except for 3, and they are insanely, disgustingly difficult in a good way.
Yeah, that's
in that way that makes you feel
say.
Really
satisfied.
Like yes, when you beat that boss, you feel a real sense of accomplishment.
Yeah. And so with 5, you'd be down to jump in.
Yeah, I'll play Vengeance if I remember to. If I'm not still playing Yakuza, I'll play Vengeance. I mean, the burnout I'm gonna have is gonna be insane.
Yeah, the JRPG burnout. Do you think you jump into SMT5 over Persona 3 Reloaded?
I've already played Persona 3 Portable, and Reload doesn't even have any of the content from FES, so I guess I'll wait for
Our very own
Reload FES.
Yeah, he gave us his quick thoughts, and I wanted to share them. Producer Hughes,
do an Australian accent, so people know it's him.
Oh God, let's see what he say. It's good. It fixes. Oh God. A lot wrong with tatteries and voice acting. The social links adds a lot. It's a shame it's missing all the FES content.
Exactly.
And that's
my thoughts exactly. What was he here? I thought he wasn't gonna be for this recording.
Yeah. Was excited for that one too though. It's JRPG fucking heaven over here, frankly. 2024. Segueing.
We're drowning in them.
Our next topic is upcoming RPGs. Like I just mentioned, Persona 3 Reloaded. It just came out. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth comes out next week.
Pain.
Which is
at least it's PS5 only, right?
It's PS5 only right now.
So that's kind of a good for me.
Mm-hmm.
I have no way to play that right now.
You played the first of the remakes though, yeah?
I did. I liked it.
And we mentioned this, and you liked it.
You know, as long as you
it's more of a
listen, man, I'm a big Final Fantasy guy. Okay, I'm a big Final Fantasy VII guy. Definitely my favorite Final Fantasy. Okay,
incredible.
But if you just have to acknowledge that the remake they're lying to you. It's not a remake. It's a different game. It's a sequel. You'll like it a lot more if you let it stand on its own.
Yes. I agree completely.
I think
the
will be good.
The full, I mean, spoilers. I think I mentioned this last time we talked about it, but how different the fucking like way the game ends and where they're at, and like Zack being alive in a timeline. Yes. It's all very, very strange.
Radically different.
I was talking to my brother-in-law about this. I appreciate the simplicity of the original because it wasn't bogged down by everything that exists now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I'd say the Tetsuya Nomura effect of it all, of the Dirge of Cerberus.
Yes, people developing these new conceptions, these new ideas about the characters.
And I feel like this new version of Final Fantasy VII, I appreciate that it's trying to incorporate all these aspects that have once been tertiary into the main lore of it all now, but part of me feels like it's a little too much.
No, I want it to be more. I mean, we're you and we're Yakuza fans. When it comes to a Japanese role-playing game, more is never enough. Having it all is never
I don't
enough.
know, man. Like, I think of Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts, I put maybe 200 hours into Kingdom Hearts 2. And I still, when I finished, I was like, that's it?
Honestly, I don't mean from a gameplay perspective. Right. I mean from like a story, like, oh, this is too much. It's never too much for you.
No, but that might just be a Final Fantasy VII. It doesn't
get lost in its sauce. Oh,
I think that's just because I'm a big fan. So I feel like for me, if any of that stuff was missing, I would be like, this game is dog shit. They have no idea what they're doing. They clearly have never played it, and they do not give the proper respect where it's due. If they went to the gold saucer and I could not have the option to date Barrett, I would snap the game in half. I would drop kick my PS5.
They said there's going to be even more options now this time. So.
Oh yeah, well that's true because Yuffie and Vincent are mandatory party members now.
Yeah, they're no longer. Hey, do you know who's voicing Vincent Valentine?
Is it Matt Mercer?
It
You're
is.
kidding. You're joking.
I'm not kidding. I love that that was your
Cloud.
first guess, and
It's me,
you're
Vincent.
correct.
I
I
sound
reached
like
out to
this
my buddy
now.
Steve Bloom to get his blessing, and he was stoked for me, he said. Well, have that to look forward to.
She just
He's fine. He's fine. Goodness, yes. And so, earlier this month there was the big presentation where they had the final kind of story trailer, the big gameplay overview of Final Fantasy VII, and then the shadow drop of the demo where you get to play through the Nibelheim incident.
Mm-hmm. Cloud's youth.
Yeah, Cloud's youth. I love. It's very interesting. So, I think with, spoilers to an extent. With voice acting, you can get so much more information from what a character is saying from the tone of their voice or whatever that's lost compared to the original. Like when you're going through the flashback and it's just text boxes.
I have one question about that.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
the demo, the Nibelheim incident, does it keep the scene where Cloud goes to check on Sephiroth in the basement of the mansion, and Sephiroth throws a chunk of materia at him, laughs evilly, backflips, and then flies out of the room?
I know.
Did they preserve that? Because this is a thing that will make or break me purchasing the game.
I didn't get there. It's similarly drawn out, and frankly, whenever I started playing the demo, I was like, I just want to go back to playing Infinite Wealth, actually.
That makes sense.
Right? So I think I've tried to play the game. I've tried to play the demo multiple times, and I've just stopped. So
listen, man, do you have any idea how hard it is to force myself to play Y2K right now? It's like torture.
I could imagine. But I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited for Final Fantasy VII. I think it's going to be a crazy open world, and I love my open world RPGs. If I have anything to be critical of, just from a game feel standpoint, I just feel like navigation feels a little not weighty enough, I think is the word, or floaty, too smooth.
Move around like Nathan Drake.
I don't appreciate. Or Arthur Morgan, where you feel like
right, you want to bump into stuff and do a football spin kind of maneuver.
Yeah, man. I mean, Cloud kind of does that shit, but I mean, the combat it's very flashy, but it's very fun. Playing as Sephiroth is cool. One of his moves you can do is just this straight up vertical stab.
Yes, Heaven's Gate, as we all know.
So that's fun to just bust out on every enemy. Just
right.
There we go.
Just instantly kill them like in the original game.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's cool to see how it's adapting that flashback. It's certainly less. I feel like the tone in the original was more dour in the beginning.
Yes,
before
more
you got
dour
to
and dream-like.
Yeah.
Due to his messed up recollection.
Exactly.
For whatever reason.
Mm-hmm. But it's gorgeous, seeing Nibelheim rendered in this way. It's kind of like what I feel the curiosity of seeing something adapted in live action. Seeing it just in high fidelity. It's like, oh, I'm seeing, this old village, but now it's good graphics. There's something to it, and it's exciting.
Well, some people would say the graphics are still quite good on the PlayStation 1.
I mean, certainly. If there's the art style argument there and everything. And,
so some people would say the Legos look better, actually.
I mean, I don't know about that, but there's nothing wrong with them. Yeah, I mean, I can't. My brain is a little fried right now, so trying to think of more impressions on the demo. You can go through Tifa's stuff again and the girls will call you an
yeah.
asshole if you do it, which is fun.
Play
There's
the
a
piano.
piano playing mini game now, which is surprisingly difficult. It was pissing me off. I wouldn't stop until I got like a decent grade.
You played Megalovania?
So there's a free mode where you can just like kind of dick around with your
do
left and
that.
right hands, and then there's you get a chart to play, and it's Tifa's theme, and depending on your performance in the mini game, your party members will have different dialogue. Or like, oh wow, Cloud, I didn't know you could do that. Or like,
they're like,
Cloud,
wow, you fucking
should
suck.
you should never do that again, Cloud.
Yeah.
That's a mistake. Just good. I
It's
appreciate.
worse than the genocide.
Yeah. No, and with the recasting of the actors, I think they're still doing a fine job. I'm excited to see what's coming next. If I don't know if I'll finish Infinite Wealth before I start 7.
Probably not.
I got a week, you know. Maybe if
That's nowhere near enough time.
if I stop doing all side content.
If you quit your job and you stop sleeping, I think you'll have a chance.
Yeah, maybe. And then last bit of JRPG news. Dragon's Dogma is coming out next month. Very excited for that. But in other news, Elden Ring had the first trailer for its DLC finally.
I'll be excited when it's out.
Coming out in June.
I feel like the trailer didn't really tell me anything.
Mikkola's in it, and you can do a cool three hit kick combo. I'm into.
I played on PS4.
Mm-hmm.
So
how was that?
It was a PS4 Pro, so
it was fine.
Not bad. Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't care. I'm gonna get it. I'll play through it. I really enjoyed Elden Ring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
it's just
I think this is
an
the
embarrassment
longest.
of riches.
This is the longest it's ever been, isn't it? For a little piece of DLC to come out. It's when it come out in 2021.
After no, it's yes, 21 or 22. I feel like 2022, because that's when Sifu came out, I think. But
either way, it's been a long
quick
time.
fact check, yeah. Yeah, 2022.
Don't bother. Just say I'm right. We don't need. Don't,
yeah,
don't
you
check
were.
The facts.
You were.
What are we?
Congrats.
A news program? People just assume that I'm right.
I saw on the show. He said it came out this year.
That's how our fans should talk and react when we speak. They say,
Duh, that's right, boss. Yeah, duh.
You're
we
right.
should be like little goons ambling around wearing striped shirts like Sandman.
Yeah. Yeah, little flat top haircuts.
Yeah, Flip Marcos.
Yeah, speaking of, our little goon is not present.
That's why you're the
bitch.
boss.
That's all they should say to us.
Mm-hmm. I think I saw the bat, boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come out, bat.
God, how uneducated do you think the fucking criminals of Gotham are? Just
They zero education.
Like,
I mean, to see the
never
Joker and
went
be
to
like,
school.
yeah, to see the
I'll
Joker
work
and be
for
like,
this
I want
guy.
to work for that guy.
It's hard out here, man. It's a commentary on the.
You gotta be a little crazy yourself, I think.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, Shaz the Other Tree, I will get it. New weapons could be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I know they're trying to do like cool new things, multi-hit combo, wear gloves, and you can kick and punch. I just want a big slab of rock or big like piece of metal that I can smash something with. I like the smashing big, heavy, stupid idiot weapons.
That's my build. That's probably the build I'll be jumping back into, just because it's the farthest. Yeah.
That's what I'll be going with.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Well, I think that just about does it for the JRPG talk I wanted to bring up. Just so much to look forward to this year.
Metaphor Refantasio. Get it, or you will die instantly.
I think that's coming out.
Yes,
I think
that's,
later this year.
What Tokyo Mirage Sessions was supposed to be.
Is it
what I was hoping?
Xbox exclusive Metaphor? I don't remember.
No, it was just.
No, it was
on
just
the
presented
Xbox
there.
Direct.
Right.
Their Xbox exclusives don't exist anymore. You know that.
That's true. That's a little bit of gaming news that came out now, as well.
Phil Spector said.
Would you consider Sandland to be a JRPG, or is that more of an action
Yeah.
adventure?
Absolutely, it's a JRPG.
Okay.
It's got numbers popping up when you attack. It's a JRPG.
Okay. Yeah, I'm stoked for that one as well.
Oh yeah, I thought Sandland was a cool one shot, so it's nice to see it fleshed out into like a full thing.
Yeah.
I remember when I first read it, I was very disappointed when it ended.
You just wanted more.
Yeah, well, I was a kid, so I thought like, oh my god, there's a
anything
new
this guy makes
series
is gonna be-
like Dragon Ball.
Mhm.
I bet it'll be just as long, and then it was like one book.
One book. That's very funny. Short and sweet. Love that.
Too short. Need more.
Uh,
JRPG Creed. Give me more.
Give you more. All right. Well, what have you been playing lately, aside from Infinite Wealth, if anything?
Yick. Y2K.
Y2K. And do you have
That's
any
the only-
any more insights
The
about
only
that
thing
game?
I am playing
Yeah.
outside of Tekken 8.
Mhm.
The story isn't the worst thing in the world.
You're sticking with it, which is I think it must
the
be
story
telling of
is,
something.
is interesting enough, and what they're trying to do is interesting enough for me to keep playing it. But the combat is, I feel like I'm learning how to design a game almost from like what not to
But
do
not
with the
to
combat.
do what
because
lessons pissing you off.
it's so agonizingly slow, and the enemies and the world all scales to your level,
Mm-hmm.
which makes it feel like you simultaneously have to kill everything, but also there's no benefit to fighting anything because the speed of combat never goes up,
Yeah.
and you learn
Oh.
every skill in the game by like level 15, and I'm like level 37 now.
Oh.
So there's
So
been no
pacing
way
nightmare, huh?
to speed
Yeah.
up, to accelerate the fights.
But there's still something there. That's
There's
compelling
like a
enough?
little, it's like a big lump of dirt, to be nice. And I can see a little shiny little gleam in the dirt. And I'm washing off the dirt, and dirt's coming off, and I'm not getting to the shiny thing. But it's there. I know it's there. I think it'll be good. I think that I can also kind of pick up enough from it to kind of analyze and make into a cool little thing at the end of the month, or at least a first draft as well.
Nice. Excellent.
For my secret project,
Right on. Yeah.
which is another big reason why I'm still playing it.
Okay. Well, you're committed, and you're seeing it through. I respect it.
I'm committed, and for that I should be committed. What about you?
I had my first. I played Tekken online for the first time the other day.
Did you
I
win?
finally braved, and I did. I won my first match as Steve. It felt good. The guy I was going up against was a Jin, but he had like the fade and the turtleneck, and he
Yeah,
had
I've
the
noticed
tan.
that a lot of people getting like super tan, like
and he
low
had, like,
top
the-
fade
yeah,
Mishimas.
yeah.
Like Drake cosplayer
Mhm.
Mishimas.
Yeah, it was definitely the Drake cosplay. So I thought that was super funny, and all the more motivation to not lose. Like, oh my god, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was fun, and the more I play of Tekken 8, yeah, I've mostly just stuck with Steve. Just trying to get the hang of that flow better.
Mm.
Yeah,
I try to, obsessively watch King videos every second I have free time. When I'm at the gym, if I'm on the bike or if I'm on the treadmill, I'll have on a 30 minutes best of King compilation
There
or
you go,
something.
yeah.
I'm like, oh, I could do that. I see. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. I like.
And then I don't apply any of it when I play.
I really like the ghosts, like your own player ghost
Oh, right.
that you
like,
can
try
train
and be
against.
like, oh,
It's
those
so
are my
cool.
habits.
Yeah.
Well, I tried that. My ghost didn't act like me at all. It was like blocking and executing throws properly. So it was.
I think it refreshes
not-
every 3 online matches. But
Yeah, maybe I'll try it again. I was
Yeah.
playing a little bit too generically.
Mhm.
I feel like didn't really have
didn't have your
my stain,
your imprint.
my mark.
Right. Oh. But yeah, great game. I'm only more excited to see where it's going to go. Have you played any Street Fighter 6 recently, or has it been?
No, I've been watching the Capcom Cup, but no, I haven't been playing it. That's the thing. Is if no one is playing it, it's less of an incentive or less exciting,
Right,
to play it just by yourself, online. Especially once you get into the higher ranks, because then it's either you just have to be in like a very specific mindset. You have to be in a conqueror's mindset to enjoy it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There's no.
You can't just leisurely boot up Street Fighter 6 and go into ranked and be like, now this is just a nice, fun, light match of Street Fighter 6. You gotta want to you want to make someone
really
miserable. You gotta want to make someone like smashing their controller against their forehead on their end is your goal in mind.
Yeah.
And right now, since I'm still going through the lower ranks in Tekken, I'm just enjoying all the free wins for doing Jaguar Sprint and using the RKO over and over. It's been pretty good so far.
Yeah, I feel like aggression's going to be very rewarded in these early levels. So.
Yeah, for now.
Yeah. And aside from that, I tried this game, Nobody Saves the World. I don't know if you heard of it.
Nope.
It's like a top-down sort of dungeon crawler, roguelike. It's that kind of game. It's okay. It's a fun time.
Is it Japanese?
No. So
there you go.
Probably not going to play it.
Big mistake on your end.
I just felt worth mentioning because I do appreciate the concept, and it has like a sort of grotesque, almost Billy and Mandy kind of art style.
Oh, I can get into that. I like that show.
Yeah, and the humor is not annoying, right? It's not like
now that's a surprise.
It's not like Borderlands, right? Or it's like, oh, this is actually kind of eliciting a chuckle, you know. But
okay, that's kind of exciting.
Mm-hmm. And then another funny game I've been enjoying is playing Bully again on my PS5.
That's a classic.
Yeah,
I feel like the one thing Rockstar really nailed down the PS2 was just random exclamations for NPCs to scream out.
Yeah, their barks.
Yeah.
Oh man,
San Andreas, one of the greatest to do it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, certainly. One might argue that like that's peak Rockstar. I think is the end of the PS2 era. Like,
I think so for sure.
Before their ambitions changed, and then before the really bad times, you know. No, because I think going into the HD era, it became less about being over the top, and then they wanted to it became like a prestige thing. Or that's what it felt like.
Definitely
felt like from the outside. Going for. Yeah, and then with Red Dead subsequently.
Well, Red Dead was actually fun, and the story was very good.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy GTA 4 quite a bit as well, and not just like you gotta get past like the first 2 hours.
I know, I hate it.
Oh wait, no, yeah, that's like the only one. Yeah, well, I'd implore you to revisit it, but you probably won't do it.
No, I don't think so.
But as
enticing it is to hang out with Playboy X again.
You and I also play these games very differently. I've learned.
Yes, it's true. I like to kill, and that's it.
Famously, I will like park my car like a regular person in those games.
I like to blow it
up. But Bully is like. It's so, like, people say it's underrated all the time. But it truly is. And I think, like, its legacy, I think, is so not spoken about.
I know, everything about it, it's so cool, and it's so fitting, and it's so, just great. Like, learning martial arts from the drunk, homeless freak.
War veteran? That's like, I like you, kid! Give me a transistor. Yeah.
Like Jimmy's relationships with every single character, just going around the school, going to class, the teachers hating their lives, the principal hating you. It's like the perfect underdog story as well.
Also, yeah, that too. And I think it's one of the joys of gaming, and I may have mentioned this the last time I brought up Bully, as I do, but when you play it in different points of your life, you can appreciate the context of everything differently. right? Like
Yes.
playing it as a student who's the same age as Jimmy, you're like, yeah, this is me, you know. And
Yeah,
then
I'm
when
gonna go beat up the press.
when you're playing as an adult, you're like, oh my god, these children are hilarious.
Yeah.
And these adults are also hilarious.
I think this Gary kid has a problem.
yeah, yeah. It's just so good, and it does so many things so well that have not been surpassed or replicated.
Yeah.
Like seasons in an open world game or a story driven open world like that can do so much. And I feel like the only other franchise that I've played that nails that feeling is Persona. Like Persona and Bully are like sister cities.
They understand the changing of music, the changing of time, the changing of color. Everything has to reflect it, and it really gives that feeling. It really, especially Persona 3, I feel like, really nails it down.
Yeah. Yeah, certainly. Yeah, your outfit changing, your uniform changing, like, both of those games. And I don't know what it is about the passage of time that feels so satisfying going through in games, but they do it really well. The academia settings, they knock out of the park. It's why I want to revisit Persona 3. I heard the music again the other day, and it's just like,
Oh, in Infinite Wealth?
No, hilariously not. I know you can get the Persona tracks in there, but just like a clip.
You can get a good one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do appreciate all the bonus CDs in Infinite Wealth. I've definitely picked up some Sonic tracks.
I haven't found a single Sonic CD.
Do the I think the crazy food delivery?
Eats?
I think two of the rewards I think are Sonic CDs.
Oh, that explains. I never did it again.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. See, I did that to completion. Like I went to all the way.
Yeah, I wanted to go. I just wanted to see what was next.
Oh, that's so funny.
At the time.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, I was so into it. Like, I gotta get money for Ichiban to stay at the hotel for the next night. And then it does not ever matter.
I knew it was gonna be just like the Can Quest, where it's like you can spend 10 hours on this and get like 5 yen, or you can do the next mini game and spend 2 seconds and get $1 million.
I will say, yeah, the rewards are shit for the amount of time.
Just like real life. It's commentary, man.
I guess so. Yeah, being a Postmates delivery man on bike would suck ass.
Yeah, getting hit by cars. That is still one of my favorite things from 7. Was just if you're not paying attention, Ichiban can just get hit by a car and he goes fucking flying. He's like,
demolished. Yeah.
Lost all my cans. He'll address it and everything. He'll be like, "Ooh, I almost died."
Oh, just when you're crossing the street, even. Yes.
Yeah.
I do love that. Yeah. That's some funny shit. Isn't it great getting hit by cars in video games?
Isn't it funny?
It is undeniably
in real life.
Yeah, not in real life.
See how funny that is.
Well, with that, I feel like we're kind of coming to the close of today's episode. If there was anything else, anything I forgot that you wanted to mention.
In the gaming sphere or with us?
In the gaming sphere, real quick, before we move on to the surprise news. I should have mentioned this at the top so people would stick around. I meant to. But yeah.
No, nothing. Slave Zero X looks cool. That came out. I want to pick that up. That's about it.
There you go. Well, do you want to share the exciting news before we end today's episode, Nick?
So, speaking directly to you, the viewer. Is that the camera? Speaking directly to you, the viewer. Yeah. You wanna make food from your favorite games? Do you like eating? Do you like shoving greasy, delectable slop into your gaping mouth until you're satisfied and sated, sitting at the table, rubbing your gut and groaning? We got the perfect deal for you.
That's right.
We've got our first ever sponsor, Job LLC, has decided for whatever reason, and we're very grateful.
Very grateful.
But this is really a favor from them to us, to partner with us and bestow upon us our very own coupon code, which you can use on their online store.
Mm-hmm.
If you go on there and use the coupon code consume product, all caps, all one word,
no spaces,
you'll get $5. That's right, $5 off any cookbook in their repertoire. which is a pretty hefty deal. They're losing money by helping us, so take advantage if you're a frugal sort and you've always wondered what the peanut cheese bar from Earthbound tastes like.
Exactly.
Maybe
You want
the tea from
cuisine
Fire
of,
Emblem.
Earthbound, Toe Jam and Earl.
Yes, Toe
Legend
Jam
of
and
Zelda
Earl.
inspired food.
Mm-hmm. It's all
there.
real.
It's all there.
It's all.
We even have an episode on it.
It's true, and they'll be back too.
Yes, exciting stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
but yes, please check out
down below.
Yeah.
But go to the site Job LNC. Use coupon code Consume Product. That is our official coupon code.
Hell yeah!
The cookbook of
yeah,
your
big
dreams.
thanks to Job for that.
Big thanks to Evan, last name unknown.
It is a delight to share this with the world, and it has been a delight to be here with you, Nick, and with you, viewers, listeners, for the past hour or so of us rambling about the things we care about in the gaming sphere. If you want to find more of us, you can find us on Twitter/X. I am at the Super Sammycom, and Nick is at Somebody Stop Me, and that's me with 2 eyes.
That's right, Nintendo style.
And we also have a page for the pod, Video Ditch Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be great if you followed us on there. If you leave a like, comment, subscribe, whatever the algorithm desires.
Just do it.
Do it. Throw us a bone.
Just do it.
We have a Discord server. We have a voice line.
Go on the Discord server. Send us a screenshot of you following. We'll hit you with a big onegai shimasu.
Yeah.
The big onegai shimasu. That's Japanese for you're a winner.
My Suji gift at you.
Yeah. Have you ever failed that?
Yeah.
He just like points at it, throws it at him.
So and funny. I still get him. That's the crazy thing. But as always, it's been me, Sam, and Nick. Thank you for listening. Until next time, don't give up on games just yet.
No. Game on. keep gaming in the free world.